All righty. What is up, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving. We are going to have a fun show. I hope we'll see how many people show up. It is a holiday. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, but let's do something real quick. Play.
Hi, my name's Reagan Brazier of La Pasadena. You're watching the Soul Smoking Gooder Show. Are y'all high? Because I am. Enjoy the show.
All righty then. Ira Green from Kingsbury. Thank you very much. Man, I hope y'all can hear me. I am having some technical difficulties, but anyway, if you can hear me, let me know because this has been a trying night. All right, good. Y'all do hear me. Thank you very much. All right, what is up, everybody? You know what time it is. It is 8:05, or it's a little after 8 o'clock, and you know where to be. It is right here watching the So Smoking Gooder Show. I'm your host, Rob Roach, and I'm coming to you from the Bullhorn headquarters in Cypress, Texas. All right, y'all can hear me. Thank you very much. Damn glad you found us, whether you're checking us out on Facebook or you're checking us out on YouTube. A few of y'all do the Twitches, and I appreciate that. We're going to have a great show for you tonight. We're going to introduce you to a really awesome couple. We've got Jeff and Julie Stout from Wicked Smoke Barbecue out of Wisconsin. That's right. We're going to introduce you guys to a really fun couple. I had the pleasure of meeting them during my rec tech journey. So I had a great time with them, and I think they're going to be entertaining for you guys to get to meet. So we'll talk to them a little later in the show, and then we'll hit up on the CBA points chase. There has been a big shuffle already in the CBA points chase. The top 5 that we had that show last week. If we were to do a new show this week, one of us would not be in that show. I'm looking at you, Robert Smith. We were jumped, or he was jumped by Uncle Vic's barbecue. Victor Garcia had a great weekend this past weekend. Jeremy Love leaped me. So we'll talk about all of that a little later in the show. But happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everyone. I hope you guys are with your families tonight. If you are not and having to work and whatnot, thank you for doing what you're doing. And if you're in service, thank you for your service. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow. As you can see, I'm out on my patio instead of the normal location where I am, but I'm in the backyard in the patio. So if you hear some dogs barking, what the hell is going on here? We are having... let me see if I can delete these comments, man. Put user in timeout. Block user. All right. No, I need to block that guy. Anyway, if y'all saw that, that's crazy. So I'm back here. I got a big day ahead of me. I got a big night ahead of me. I'm prepping some turkeys tonight. I got 3 turkeys. I'm doing two for a couple of people that I know, some friends of mine, and then I got one tonight as well for the big family. So I'm having a gathering tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of y'all are busy doing that. My wife is in back there. If I had those blinds open, y'all would see her working. So she's got lots going on tonight as well. I just have to cook the turkey and heat up a ham and let everybody tell me what a great job I did. So I'm excited for tomorrow, Thanksgiving. It is one of my favorite holidays of the year. You get to eat. You get to watch the parades. You get to watch some football, and you get to see the Cowboys lose, which happens every Thanksgiving. Yeah, I said it. It's true. Name me the facts. It happens every week. All right, let's get a shout out to the people that are watching right now. Daddy Dutch, thank you very much. What is up? First in, as always, Ty Cobb is in from the Tomball VFW. Madwood, what is up? Judge Webb, how are you? Jared McCrory, hello. Patrick Top, that's a new name. Welcome in, Patrick. Roddy Trevino, my man. I'm so used to being broke. Yeah, I heard that a couple times. I need a couple more times to hear that. AJ Garza in the house from God's Country. Michael Sistrut. He might have the best walk-up strut in the game right now. That man has a strut going right now. Who else is here? Greg Minotti. What is up? Jeff Chandler. Hello from Indiana. Welcome in, Jeff. Thank you for tuning in. That's a new name. Chuck Vanessa Alexinus. Am I saying that right? Hello. Welcome in. All right. Ann Best. Hello. Got some new names in there. Yes. Daddy Dutch. I don't know if I will be completely Han Solo. He does have the link. He is working. He might come in. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm not sure if he will be in tonight or not. But my show partner, Case Han, he's got the invite. So we will see if he joins. I do not know. Biggest bar night of the year is tonight. New Year's Eve is second. I did not know that. But yeah, back in the day, I would be at Wild West right now, partying up, dancing the night away. Stephen Older. If the Cowboys lose, you will get bumped away out of the top 5. Well, guess what? It's happening. They are losing. Renee Gonzalez, hashtag blowing smoke, AP Rub. Carlos Calzado, what is up? All right. I think I've got Robert Michelle. What's up? Or Michelle. What is up, everybody? Okay. I think I've got everybody. I have explained what is going on tonight. Y'all have bared with me during some technical difficulties, but it is time to bring on the guest of the evening. I'm going to bring them on real quick after I get their banner going. I did have this show prep going until I had some technical difficulties. Here they are. You can hear me now, right?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
we can hear you.
Part of the reason I had a technical difficulty is like, can you hear me? You know, I always test this before the show, and they're like, we can barely hear you. And I'm like, what is going on my side? I said, nope, we can still barely hear you. I was like, okay, well, I'm checking everything. And then they turned up their volume, and yeah,
Yeah, it was us.
I got
It is the biggest bar night of the year.
How are you doing? We're talking to Julie and Jeff Stout from Wicked Smoke out of Wisconsin. Why don't you guys introduce yourself? This is fun. I did explain to you about 70% of our audience is here in Texas. How are things going? And let's hear about you guys, man.
We're doing very well. Like you said, we've met through Rec Tech, and some of the best times we'll ever have are stemming from all of those contacts that we've made through that. Yourself and your lovely wife included, and myself and Julie. We are, like you said, Wicked Smoke from Wisconsin. We've been competing competitively for about 8 years now. Doing really well. We are wholly Rec Tech team. We don't use anything else. We're just here to chew the fat with you before Thanksgiving. And like you said, we got some turkeys brining too. And everybody's going to tell us how great of a job we did also. We didn't really do nothing but dunk it in a bucket.
Dunk it and then press power on the trusty Rec Tech and turn out some amazing food. And everybody's like, man, that's the best turkey I've ever had. Roddy Trevino says Jeff is a stud. Trent Leica, hello, man. Happy Thanksgiving. And look who's here. Chef Greg from Rec Tech is in the comments.
Hey,
Let's
Chefy.
go.
So Rob, a lot of those names that you listed off as new people are ones that we were in our academy class.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ann and Jeff, I know we're out there.
Yep.
I spoke to Roger and Barb just yesterday about turkey. So one of the cool things the students get to do is have access to us, right? And so, that I just talked to one of our students just yesterday about what he was his plans on doing his turkey for Thanksgiving. So the Rec Tech Academy, why don't you guys explain what that's all about? You guys have been there a few times now.
Yeah, this was our fourth one. We were obviously part of the first one, which was they were actually trying to set a Guinness World Record for the largest cooking class, and they managed to get, how many do we have there? 218 or something. Yeah, there was a lot of students at that class, and Roddy and Sarah were there, and Carlo, and and Chef Greg, Chef John, Jody. We had a great time. It was a fantastic event, but it was just too big. So I really like the format they've done now by shrinking it down. They keep it to, 5 or 6 a year, 30 people per class. And they turn it into a little competition between, like yourself, myself. They have other, pit masters come in, instruct the class on one of the 4 meats. And then they break the class up into 5 or 6 different teams. They name them, and we actually have a little competition between each of the teams. And the team, like I usually do the pork butts, and you did chicken, and Chef Greg did the brisket, and Jody did the ribs. And then what they'll do is whatever they learned, we as their coach help our team do what the other instructors, had just instructed them on, or we can change it up and do what we usually do, and they give a lot of leeway that way. And then we just have us a nice little competition, of which you did very well. I do believe you are the reigning champion, and you picked the right one to win too, because we like the last one, because if you win it, it sticks around for a couple months.
That's right. They're not going to, I don't think they've got another one on the books till March.
Exactly. So
our team, the Midwest Buttheads, we did win. I think Jody got called, but we did actually win. Greg Muller says 275 people. The weather was perfect back in 2018. That was pretty cool. I did see the photos. It was
an amazing event. Yep. That's where we met Roddy and Sarah, and man, we hit it off with them. And just like everybody, that's what I love about barbecue. Everybody is so, we're all kind of like the part of the same club, right? And it's very rare you ever meet somebody that you don't care for, can't get along, or it's an amazing family. It just and I was
Friends for
explaining,
life, usually
yeah,
once you meet somebody.
I was explaining to you, when we were watching the Houston Astros there, and like we've met some of the best people we never ever in our lives would have met had barbecue not been part of it. Like we never would have crossed paths for any other reason. And there's some of our best friends have come out of that in the whole planet. Patrick Top, one of the guys you were on there, he's one of my best friends.
Nice.
He lives in Florida. Top Gator Barbecue. He's a great guy. We never ever would have met unless we got in a car accident. Like that's the only way we would have met outside of barbecue. It never would have happened. And yeah, it's a great time. And
Great.
yeah, I mean, like too, like you probably have met so many different people in your line of work, or barbecue or whatever it is that you can't fathom. Like, man, thank God I met you.
Absolutely. A lot of people in the comments I met just by barbecue. So Greg's in the comments again. Pregnant vegans brought the heat. Pregnant vegans. That was a great name, by the way.
That was a great name. Yep.
So talk about, you said you're wholly rec tech. So you compete across doing KCBS, right? That's what you.
Yes, sir.
Yep. The only one you do.
That's it.
And talk about what you have in your arsenal, what you got on your truck or trailer. And
we always take. Yep, we always take a bull and we have the 1250 now, so we take the 1250 and a Stampede 590, and that's all that we use, and we do very well with them. We used to use a 680 back in the day, but the 1250 is a game changer with the heat and the extra shelf, and it just really increased our ability to stop moving things around so much, to make space, like when everything's wrapped and stuff. It just really changed our game, upped it quite a bit. And we've dabbled in drums and stuff, but it's just extra stuff you have to take. And right. We've never had a bad cook on a rec tech unless it was something I did. It had nothing to do with the grills, and trust me, I'm perfectly capable of messing up my own path. So, but this lady right next to me usually brings it around. She's the detail-oriented person. I'm just a big swing guy, so and she usually brings it back around.
Quality control,
right?
So, for somebody wanting to kind of get into competition barbecue with a 4-meat contest, and they're not wanting to spend the $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 on an offset smoker or whatnot, you can compete and do well with pellet smokers. So kind of walk, if you want, how does that work? What time are you putting your brisket and pork on versus ribs?
For sure. So we used to compete on an offset wood smoker, and that was back before the super hot and fast craze kind of took off, and we were like needing some sleep, and a buddy of ours was using a rec tech, and he was winning every contest he was going to, but he's just a super good cook. Big E, Eric Ferguson, out of Illinois. And when he went to Deep South, I'm like, hey, do you mind? And he's like, I don't care. Yeah, go ahead. And then he actually, we bought our first rec tech. We started doing good, and lo and behold, Ray Carnes calls me out of the blue, and that was a relationship, that just has flourished since that time. And, obviously we can cook on other things. We have other things, but we just don't do it. The ease of it. But I still run low and slow, even though I have pellet grills. Obviously, you can cook everything in under 6 hours, just like everybody else can. And it'll give you great turnouts. But I still believe in the low and slow process, and it's just something that can't get out of me. I don't know if it's the romance of it, but I put my pork and my brisket on 10:30 at night. But again, I have the rec techs. I go to sleep till 5:30 in the morning, get up, wrap. Ribs usually go on around 7:30. You're going to have to talk to the crazy chicken lady here about the chicken timeline, because since she took over with that, I don't even care about it. So that's all her.
And she's doing legs. I know that.
Yeah, she's doing legs, and she's doing fantastic with it. But what's really nice too is the last one we just did in Union Grove, Wisconsin, one of the best contests up here. It's the last one up here before everybody has to literally antifreeze their campers because it's usually about 30 degrees at that contest. But we had a turkey ancillary, and when they throw something in there like that and you want to do it, like we already have enough pellets and everything to do everything. So like, it's like it's very simple to do other things, other ancillaries or whatever. We're just using the same smoker. We're either just turning the temperature up or down. And Julie just
quick adjustment.
Yeah, Julie actually just got a perfect from the Turkey
Nice.
Federation at that contest.
We did, yes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So you said Ray called you out of the blue. How did that? So you are using the product. Obviously, he might have seen how y'all were doing out there and said, "Hey, y'all want to?"
Yeah. He was just like, he asked me, hey, you're doing real good, and have you been in contact with us? And I said no, and he's like, well, let's work something out, and you guys are doing good, and we want you to keep using our product and keep it out there, and you guys, the more we do, the better we do. Obviously the more publicity it brings to them. So,
well, and at the time, nobody up here was really using them, so it was a good fit for them too, not having anybody up here in the north. So
and then luckily, being that we're from Wisconsin and we have a lot of friends that like to drink a lot, that whole busiest bar day thing, that's just a Wednesday in Wisconsin, so it's not a big thing here. But yeah, and they were like, oh man, look at them, they can drink and go to sleep and their food still turns out perfect. Let's get some Rectex. And I think it just kind of exploded, and we'll take all the credit for it for sure, but I don't think it was just us. It's a great product. But we just did really good. And then once we met Ray in person and everybody else at Rectech, it was love at first sight. So, we've never looked back, and we won't. It's a relationship that I wouldn't change for the world.
Well, I was, Kent says, I don't know of hardly any Rectex in Iowa either, but I was just at a contest this past weekend, and, we're down here in Texas competing towards the end, and I'll talk about seasons here in a minute, but, I looked around just in that camp that I was, and we had, some top cookers, Steve Oler, Bill Purvis, another guy named Willie Richards was doing they were using the Rectech. I was obviously using the Rectech. So, and the girl that I was helping out there, she cooked on the 1250 and she hit a perfect rib. She's in the comments right now. I saw her just got on.
Nice.
Very nice.
She hit a perfect 200 score in ribs on the 1250. So you can do well cooking on Rectex, pellet smokers in general, but specifically Rectex, and they are doing well. And we are seeing a lot of teams that are putting like a bullseye in their arsenal. I highly recommend something like that, to where you're able to, if you need something hot and fast, or if you need something that you're in there and just to cook on, it's a great tool, but it's also something handy to have in your arsenal in case you need something to go quick and hot. And it's just something that I see a lot of teams here in Texas that are starting to utilize that. For sure. AJ Garza's, and he just bought him a bullseye. See, a lot of guys are checking it out, and they're seeing how other teams use them and seeing how they use them.
They're great finishers. A lot of people use them to finish stuff, right? But they're even better starters, I think. I mean, the flavor you get off them, it's just amazing. And bringing it back to the academy, as you after doing a few of them too, like it is, those people are in awe when you throw a 20-pound brisket on the grill, or 2 10-pound pork butts, and you're getting them done in 5.5 hours, and they're all like, man, I used to smoke my stuff for 32 hours, and and you're like, they can't even believe it. I mean, they're just in shock when you show them that it can be done, and it can turn out quality meat and that fast, and it's a game changer. But that's, a lot of people don't know about that, and a lot of people don't do it. Like, I don't really do anything hot and fast. Like, I'm going to throw my turkey on super early tomorrow morning. I just like to chill out and cook meat. It's fun.
Yeah. You said you put it on at night and then sleep, and it's going to do, it's
going to be perfect every time.
And if it gets hot, it might even wake you up. Your phone might buzz a little bit and say, hey, wake up. It's time to wake up.
Yeah. Sure.
So speaking of seasons, you heard me mention, we're about to close out the CBA season, right? But then, that ends on November 26th, I guess, in 3 days. We're gonna compete and close this season out. Our season ends November 30th officially, and then it begins the next weekend, December 4th, is another contest. Y'all actually have barbecue seasons, which is just odd to me, to where you just mentioned you got to shut it down until who knows when. So what is a typical season
our first,
in Wisconsin?
Our first contest in Wisconsin won't be till the very end of April.
Wow.
And even then, you might be re-winterizing your trailer when you're done if you use it. Yeah, usually May is pretty safe. But yeah, I mean, our season's pretty short here. It's usually, the last week or two of April till the second or third week of October. And then, and it's not really that your campers can't do it or you can't do it. It's everywhere you go, like the fairgrounds, they can't keep it open because, they got to blow all their water lines out and, take everything apart. And there's no place to dump your trailers or anything because everything's froze. It's crazy.
And there really aren't that many competitions up here by us either.
No, there used to be quite a few, but a lot of them, it's struggling up here a little bit,
Daddy Dutch Barbecue, Kent, he asked a question. He said, would they drive to Iowa for a double?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's close enough for us.
Yeah. It just depends on, if we have the ones that we love to do and we'll always do as long as they are around, we'll be around, and that kind of thing. But
yeah, we'd be able to do that.
For sure. We are grandparents now, and that kid is taking up he's taking up most of my time. I mean, I was made for that. There was a lot of things I thought I was made for, but I am made to be a papa.
There you go.
I am.
Chef Greg, only guy I know that can cook in shorts in -5 degrees.
Hey, I'm wearing shorts right now.
Are you wearing shorts? That's the question.
Oh, no. If there's a camera malfunction, we don't want any wardrobe malfunctions going on here. So nope.
You got to wear the shorties, man. That's where it's at.
Yeah, we'll let you do that. Yeah. Although you and I did coordinate on our shirts.
Yeah,
today, so.
Guys must
I see that. I like that. I like that. Welcome to Upper Midwest Barbecue Cooking. December through April is shut down.
Yeah.
Opposite of Texas. Yeah, we're still going. Biscuits in the house. Russell from Rec Tech.
Hey, Biscuit.
Those cheese curds are the best, though.
Oh yeah.
What is a cheese curd exactly?
It's just really fresh cheese, and if it's really good, they should squeak when you eat them.
Yep. Delicious. Well, you should have had some, but the problem is, when we bring them down, they hoard them. They don't share them with anybody.
They don't share them back there.
Yeah.
I did actually. You did share your moonshine with me, so
yes, that was. You
I was
to
happy
enjoy that a little bit. Yeah.
Happy about that.
I think Biscuit had a little bit of that.
Yeah, Biscuit. He's still sold on that banana, but he's just wrong.
Biscuit did as well.
Yeah.
Roddy says, come to Seguin in January for CBA end of year event. You can use his trailer in pits.
Ooh.
All right.
We might have to do that. I'll be coming fresh off my surgery, so yeah, we might be looking to travel there.
Shell's commenting. Yeah, I had my long breeches. I had pants on Saturday. It was cold and wet, and did not want no part of the shorties. That day, Daddy Dutch is in there. # squeakers. Absolutely. Well, is there anything else that we wanted to talk about before we?
Yeah, so I got a couple questions for you. So,
okay, all right.
Yeah,
questions
so kind of, Party of the Year award 5 times running here. What outside of the American Royal, like, what's your favorite contest, and what's one of your favorite moments you've ever had in barbecue?
Okay.
Could be good, could be bad, could be otherwise.
Outside of the Royal, because that was not so much. I mean, the party's great. I love doing that, and we are officially retired from doing that. But some of my biggest accomplishments, I guess, or something that's most memorable to me, hitting 5th overall at one of the biggest contests here in the state. It's the San Antonio Rodeo this past year. That was a big deal. I wasn't 5th overall. A couple of days later, I wound up 6th overall, but that's another story. But and I hit an 8th rib, and I did well that day. Getting a meat call at the Royal was awesome as well. Let's see here. There's been some big ones. Some of the bigger ones that I enjoy. My son was the grand champion, the inaugural grand champion at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Very nice.
Cook off. So there's been a lot of cool things in barbecue that has afforded me and my family that we're able to do together. So those are things that just stick out right off the top of my head, just some of the ones from mine, but mainly, my wife getting a perfect at the Royal was pretty awesome. And my son doing that. So it's barbecue. Like you said, we meet some great people and we have some great moments. My family has grown up. My kids have grown up in this sport with other children. So it's just it's a win-win, man. I love doing this. I love being a part of Team Rec Tech and getting to meet people like you and going the opportunity to be with Rec Tech Fest. That's where actually we first met at the initial Rec Tech Fest before the world shut down, right there before COVID. And then we got the opportunity to cook, to instruct together this beginning of this month. So,
I mean, we just fell together though, man. It was like we had known each other the whole time.
Oh, 100%. You were waiting for me before I even showed up. And I loved it. I could tell we were going to have a great time. I was like, man, I need to control myself because this is going to be a lot of fun. And I could tell if just you and I were up to our own device, we'd have been.
I have no control.
we might not have showed up on Friday morning. Just saying.
Nope.
He has the raccoon skin hat or whatever it is. Right he wanted to wear that tonight, but I went let off.
Greg has a question for you guys. What keeps the motivation to cook from contest to contest when the weather is so harsh outside?
The weather itself. It's a rite of passage, right? Like, hey, man, it was cold last weekend. Yeah, we were out in it cooking. So the contest we were just telling you about, the Union Grove one here in Wisconsin, that's usually the second weekend of October. So I think it was 3 years ago in under 1 hour. So our obviously the KCBS turn-ins are 12:30, 1:30. And between the 12 and the 1:30 mark, it went from sunny to cloudy to sleet to rain to snow and back to sunny in an hour and a half. And it was about a 35 mile an hour constant wind with wind gusts of 60 miles an hour.
Oh my gosh.
But it's not just us. That's a big contest. You got Ivy Kuhn, got a bunch of teams from Michigan were here. You got, I think Laniger was there. Garen usually comes to that one. There's a lot of good teams that come up here, and it's just a really good time. And that's kind of the one thing about that contest that everybody likes is the party afterwards, because we're all going to go home and shut our trailers down. So everybody just empties their liquor cabinets, put it on a big table. We just have a big old party, that's what we do. And it's super fun.
But I've heard from a lot of people too that our contests are so much fun. Like there's a lot of socializing going on, where I've heard in some other contests that, it's not so much that way. So I don't know. I think it's just, getting together, having a good time. And even like the one in October again, it was, 30 degrees, if that. And then the next weekend it was 70, so.
I did a couple. I went up before the Royal. I did a KCBS event up in Shawnee, Kansas, and it's different, right? And so when down here, we all have our groups that we kind of know and hang out. And I try to introduce myself to anybody that comes across my trailer, but they have, set times where everybody kind of meets and does a shot and do things. And they have their wild child events. So it's different. They actually, to me, it's more fun because they have different things that guys can get involved in together, right? You go at 9:22, I think.
Yep, 9:22.
9:22, and we
morning
all
and evening.
Morning and evening, okay.
Yep.
And gathered and we did a shot, and then we did the Wild Child, which is pretty cool, where everybody would Venmo Mike Peterson with Fat and Dumb. He was running it, and it's just another thing to get people involved in and get people to know each other, right? So you go up there at 9:22 and you meet some people that you may not have known, and then that's how it starts, right? You become friends and whatnot. And so maybe I should put a 9:22 shot.
You should
down here.
You really should.
In homage to up there. So it's an homage to those guys to do that.
And kind of back to Greg's question, two other things. The first thing being that, like, we all know we're going to hibernate for the next 4 months, right? Like, so everybody kind of just goes into their cave. And so everybody, even when the weather is getting bad here, you do everything you can to stay out, stay together, stay social, right? Because it's gonna change, and then a lot of that kind of dies off. But we always have a pretty good solid core of friends that we get together throughout the winter. We'll even do practice cooks. We do rib burns, out in the driveway when it's 25 below zero. Another great point of a rec tech, no problem. And also, as you well know, barbecue it's the biggest fish hook on the planet. I think as soon as you get your first call, you hear your name and you do your first walk, that hook is set so deep, you're not wiggling off of it. And it just drives you to keep going. And at first it's all about that. And it's always kind of about that. But then it becomes about the friendships, the memories you make. And when you learn how to make the barbecue good for yourself, and you teach other people, like I can't even tell you how many people at work that I'll give them a brisket recipe or a pork butt recipe, and then they come home and they come back to work and they're like, man, my girlfriend's dad, he thinks I'm a god now, and it's like, dude, you just cooked a pork butt, but they've done it before, but they've never done it that way. And then but it's the memories you can make for other people are some of the best memories that I have of barbecue. Just helping other people do better at it, not even like competitive, just regular people.
And I think that's kind of where we're at now. Like, I think we're getting more to the point where we want to just be helping the newer teams, that are starting out. We would rather maybe not spend our time out competing, but like helping new teams get out there, and and we're willing to have people come over and just we'll show you what we know. And that's why we love the academies. And like I said, we're still, like you said too, we're staying in contact with those people after the fact. And we're there for you 100%. Anytime you have questions, we want you to succeed. So we're always willing to help.
Yep. And to them new teams, you teach them a little bit, and then they come and whoop your ass like these guys are doing.
There's nothing wrong with that.
In our league here in CBA.
No, that makes you feel good too, though, because you're like, well, that's good. They learned something.
We got a lot of new blood in the CBA right now, and I love seeing it. I love these younger, like I said, new blood. Basically, they're not so much. Some of them are younger, but they're just newer teams, right? And love seeing them do well. It's fun. There's another guy I just mentioned. He's Michael Sistruck. He's been cooking it all. He's older than I am, so he's a new cook though, and he's really finding his way right now, and he's got a cool strut. I just saw it a couple times this weekend, and that man's got him a cool strut walking up there. So I was glad to see that, and I love seeing the new team succeed.
Yeah, if Chef Greg would get a bigger, platform or stage for me to perform on, you would have saw me strut, but it was only 3 steps up there. I had to time it right.
Oh, and they had a time limit on you already.
They did, man.
You went up there with the time clock.
Man, it's so bad. I have so much to say, so little time.
that was the last one of the year. They were ready. They were ready to.
Oh, they know.
Greg, he's still here. He says your Cook Shack is legit. Is that the Cook Shack behind you?
It is. Yeah,
part of it. Yep.
What is that?
It's our outdoor kit. This was our COVID project. Yeah. Oh, this is just storage. Yeah, there's a
storage area,
stereo in there and some other stuff. And
are y'all in it?
Some spices.
Yep.
No, we're sitting in front of the door, but we are in the kitchen.
We're in the cook shack.
You want us to pan you around?
That'd be nice.
Jules?
Let me
pan them.
Let me get you solo real quick.
Oh boy.
Boom. There we go.
It's kind of a disaster right now because when we went to Academy, we picked up about 3 new grills. So it's a little clustered in here, but I'll show you what we got. I'm going to need
Didn't know we were going to do this. So
I did not know. So, okay, hold on. All right, we'll start here. We got the wild side, which is kind of holding everything right now, including Jeff's.
I see the hat.
Yep, there's the hat there.
I see the hat. Yes.
Yep, and now the brand new Bullseye Deluxe that is just came out.
Why don't you show everybody that one? Not everybody has seen that.
Yep. So it's got. I can't tell what. showing
Man,
you.
have y'all even cooked on it yet? It looks clean.
No, we're gonna do the burning and stuff tomorrow. So it's nice. It's got this lovely new shelf now.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a bigger hopper. I think it's 18 pounds, I believe that it holds now. Has your Wi-Fi connector.
Greg can say it. Yep. Wi-Fi connected. Yes.
Yeah, Greg will correct me if I'm wrong.
Exactly.
And then this beautiful inside now, and it's got a bigger fire pod, heavy duty, ash clean out. It's very lovely.
Yep, front shelf, Wi-Fi. I think you hit all the. It's sturdier base as well. If you guys are looking at this new,
very lovely base. Let me get down there.
Gets up to 1,000 degrees.
1,000 degrees. Yep.
I asked Greg. What are you going to cook? 1,000. What are you going to cook that you need 1,000 degrees? And he goes, anything you fucking want. So
right,
pretty much. Yeah.
Yep. So then down here we got 2 590s, the 1070 on the new cart over there. Lots of dirty girls. When we were there, we picked up a bunch of dirty girls.
Good stuff. My wife.
All right, so I'll turn you around here. So this is our vent. So we got it sitting here so we can vent it outside.
My goodness, legit.
Yeah, and then we got our prep area, and then the bar area, of course. And then that window, when it's nice, the 2 months out of the year, we can actually flip that open, and then we have a deck outside of that. So. And then,
all right. I still
so that's where we're sitting down there.
I haven't heard an invite yet.
Well, anytime you want to come up here and freeze your boat off, you're more than welcome.
I need to check
and then
out
we
that
have
bar.
The 680. We got, the old Bullseye, the Matador. So we got it,
It's like a showroom you have there.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, if anybody wants to see the product, we can certainly hook you up here.
Absolutely. If you want to check out the product and you're in Wisconsin, hit up Jeff and Julie.
Yep.
And go check it out. So y'all are going to burn that in tomorrow. I was going to ask a question about it, what you thought of it, but you haven't. RecTech of the North, the king of the North. Y'all are the king in the North for RecTech.
You'll just have to have us back on.
Well, and plus we got, the Trailblazer, the Mini. We got them all.
The only thing we don't have, Greg, is the Beast.
Yeah, to cook some Bill Purvis is watching, so that looks
that's
awesome.
right.
Yeah, we have the BFG also.
Yeah, BFG's in the garage.
My goodness, 18
great whole
hopper.
Man, a whole hog on that thing. Whew, turns out fantastic.
I mean, if you're gonna sell the product, we gotta have them to.
You gotta know what you're talking about.
All right, and he said they even host their own festival.
We do. We go on Facebook. We try to find new people that we don't always hang out with, all the time, and we'll go to different RecTech groups, and if they live in, Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, we'll invite, 20 or 30 people over, and we'll do like a little demo for them, and we just hang out.
Oh God.
Hold on.
Oh,
technical difficulties.
I just saw up your leg.
No, geez, it's a good thing I didn't have my shorts on. Huh?
Oh God. I mean,
just leave it alone. I look good.
You would have thought we were drinking before this, but we weren't.
Yeah, so we have, people come over, we do demos, and then we just hang out and talk about product, talk, share ideas, share a lot of things, and it's all real good stuff.
Diane says hello. She didn't want to get on
Diane.
camera.
Yeah, we saw her back there. Yeah.
She didn't want to get on camera, but all I have is I got a Wild Side and I got the 1070 and I got my it's back there, but the 1250 is back there. So
yeah. So what do you cook on for competitions with the RecTech? What do you use?
I use a bull and a Bullseye.
Very nice.
Yes, everything hits the bull mainly, and the Bullseye is there as well. Of course, like I said, in case if I needed something that I really need to get going,
get done. Yeah.
Bullseye is the champ. Is the champ for that.
Like Roddy says, hashtag char, right?
Hashtag char.
Yes, that's right.
Exactly. That's important. What did you think of the chicken demo that we did?
I loved it. That half chicken it's different. I really liked it, and I like how you had to sacrifice, a little more than half of it to get your skin proper, and it was very informative, and I had never seen it done that way, so it was super awesome. I really liked it a lot. Yeah, it was very nice, and it was super delicious.
Well, I thank you very much. Yeah,
I think I'll stick to legs though.
Yeah, I was wanting to see your leg. I know they were pressing us for time. Oh no, on that Sunday, Greg had been there since Thursday, so I don't blame him. He's ready to.
Yeah,
or
we've been there
Saturday.
since Wednesday, Greg, so we don't want to hear about it.
Rob's looks like a house DJ at a nightclub tonight. Yeah, I decided to switch it up, Greg. I decided to get out of my office, and as soon as I'm done here, I got to go prep some turkeys and get ready for the big day tomorrow.
That's why got a glow about you.
Yeah.
Kind of nice. Yeah.
It's this little ring light, man.
It's helping your eyes. It's bringing your eyes.
That's all
out.
it is.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing my glasses tonight, so it's bouncing off of there. I did it for Greg. I knew Greg was going to be watching. Jen Lee's in the comments. Hello, Jen. How are you? Tim Crawford. I need a 340. You know what? I those are awesome. Those are great.
Oh, the Trailblazer is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Dawson.
Well, and
Dawson,
I'm going to go to the Wisconsin Badger game this weekend with my brother, and we're taking the 340 with us so we can tailgate out there beforehand. And we're going to cook up some chicken legs and some shrimp. And
so what's on the agenda for tomorrow? What's going on tomorrow?
We're going to cook a 24-pound turkey and a ham, and then we're going to go over to our son-in-law's parents' house, and everybody else brings the other dishes, and we're going to have a heck of a good time.
Look who showed up. It's my show partner, Mr. Case Hahn.
The magic word was 24-pound turkey.
There you go.
Once you heard that, it was with you.
Someone say 24-pound turkey. I'm looking at the 216s going.
Yeah, we got them big up here. Big up here,
What
are you cooking the 20
turkey you got?
What's that?
What you gonna cook that 24-pound on?
I'm gonna spatchcock it and cook it on the 590.
All right, that's gonna be a tight fit.
It fits. It fits.
It fits.
I'm doing a 32-pound turkey. I mean, it's two turkeys, but 32 pounds.
Yeah.
Case has got him the original Trailblazer. What they call that back in the day, Case?
The
mini. Yeah.
The mini.
Mm-hmm.
The mini.
I have two of them with the red lids still. Yeah.
That thing is the OG, man. And
it is.
340 on loan that may never go back to my friend Wally. I want to shout out, since we're on the RecTech. I'm just joining the RecTech love. Hats off to the comp cart designer, because that's the only way I would have gotten. It has rained its ass off this week, and I didn't think I was going to get the pit out of the garage and around back to the backyard. The comp cart's like 4-wheel drive, baby.
Yeah, definitely.
It is. My 1270 doesn't have one, and
no.
It's different. My bull, I can wheel that thing in and out of any. I've actually dropped my bull, and unfortunately, I hardly ever put 40 pounds of pellets in it because it holds 40 pounds, and I had just happened to fill the popper up with 40 pounds of pellets, and forgot to strap it down well enough, and it fell over and poured all out of my trailer. Greg Minotti's watching. He says, "Field goal."
Wow. Wow. Come on, man.
Jeff,
local. I thought we were local buddies.
We can't leave him out of what that means. We can't have inside jokes. So I got to show this to Jeff. So Jeff, Case and I are big tailgaters. Not so much me anymore at this season anyway. I'll be back, but Case is still holding it down tailgating. That's how you heard my story at the RecTech Academy. Yep. That's how I got involved with RecTech, through tailgating. And Case won Tailgater of the Year, and now they get this. Nice. Didn't happen till this season. Now, when you win Tailgater of the Game. Now, when you win Tailgater of the Game, they bring you down at halftime, and you get to kick a field goal in front of however many fans are in the house.
Boy! Oh yeah!
You're in a TV timeout. So
let's see it. I got to see this.
And so, do you want to set this up, Case?
This is I have a couple of videos that live forever on the internet.
All right, here we go.
All right, I'm here with Case Hahn from Bulls on McMee, who won today HEB Tailgater of the Game. Case has a chance to win a $500.
Wait, there we go.
All right, I'm here with Case Hahn from Bulls on McMee, who won today HEB Tailgater of the Game. Case has a chance to win a $500 HEB gift card for his tailgating team if he can make a field goal. Are you ready? Yeah. All right, H-Town, show him some love. Let's kick. There you go. Fix that ball. Here we go. You got this, brother. Come on, Case. Count it off. There you go. Give it up. Come on. Get him going. Case is up. And, wide right. Hey, that's okay. You're not going to leave empty-handed. You get a $100 gift.
Oh, wide right. Jeff and Julie are Jeff, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? I'll remove them until they
I just want you to know the guys of this past week's game totally shanked it way worse than I ever did. I don't think his ball got like 2 feet off the ground. So I don't know if anyone has actually made this kick this year, and I do think that I am the closest.
Greg's still watching. Chef Greg, so close. This is where was it at? This is more embarrassing than his porch video. The porch video is not embarrassing. That is a public service announcement, especially now that we're getting back.
I'm so glad I rushed home to join this show.
Especially now that we're getting back into the winter months. The PSA has to happen. Here we go. All right, enough of that. Case, welcome to the show.
So much.
If Jeff and Julie are watching, I do want to bring them back on so we can properly, give them a nice send off because they were great. This has been entertaining. They were awesome doing that. But while you're here, Case, let's do before they get back in here because I do think they're going to be here. We're gonna talk about our wonderful sponsors now that you're here because we got to get that in. We've been talking about RecTech all night. RecTech, phenomenal company, great supporters of the So Smoking Gooder show. I was just there. I love it at the worldwide headquarters in Evans, Georgia for RecTech. Chef Greg's in the comments. Thank you very much. Biscuit is here as well watching. We've been talking RecTech all night long. Cosmos Q products have been killing it for me on the circuit for the last couple of years now. Love Cosmos out there. We got the big event coming up in December, the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. Jeff and Julie are back. I'll bring them back in just a minute. The Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, Uvalde, Texas. We'll have the upcoming event segment on that, but that is coming up. That is still, the registration is open, so you guys can get involved in that. Texas Oil Dust. I got to see Aaron Leslie this weekend. He is also hot on our trails in the points chase, using his fine products. Eureka Heights Brew Company. I'm drinking something light from Eureka Heights right now. I'll show you all that in just a minute. Texas Pepper Jelly. Case, you want to say a few words about Texas Pepper Jelly?
Yeah, I can tell you. Full line of rub, sauces, glazes, the OG rib candy. And trust me, if you're not using the sauce, you sure should. And I got the triple header for tomorrow of our sponsors. RecTech's providing the smoke. I can tell you, if you've never tried it's a little late for the Cosmos turkey brine, but I can tell you next year, get it on order, get it on early, because that's what's brining my birds right now before we hit it with the Texas Pepper Jelly tomorrow morning.
Nice. And I'll talk about the honey blend that I just used last week for a turkey, which you can find at the barbecue store in Hempstead. It's where you go to win. The barbecue store in Hempstead. You can find all your products there. They can ship them next day. You have them on your doorstep. Talk to Alana and the fine people over at the barbecue store in Hempstead. Texas Original Charcoal Products, charcoal company. They're doing well. They're all over. I'm seeing lots of Texas teams using this. Hopefully they'll be spreading out so maybe people like Jeff and Julie can check out this fine charcoal. They've got the lump and the briquettes going. I use both in the drums when I'm using when I'm starting my day. And of course, we got the LC barbecue. You guys just killing it. Had a great weekend this past weekend in Lake Jackson. LC barbecue, he was on last week. He is leading the points chase right now in CBA. He did leap scooter this past weekend. So that's a new change going into the final week of the season. We got Bull Printing, Wraps, and Graphics. Day one sponsor of us. Love them. Cheeto and Mary Mesquite. I just saw them there in Disney World right now. But yeah, they were where we did our first shows for that. When Jen Lee's in the house from the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic, we're going to have a big announcement coming up on December 21st. We got a big announcement coming up for the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. And of course, Clark Compression and Components. Lots of natural gas compression and components. You can find them. Hit up Tom and Belle Clark with the Tomball VFW, and they get you squared away. Drink. And then finally, Summer Moreno for the Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. She can get you squared away, people. All your toys, your barbecue toys. If you have a nice shack like Jeff and Julie have, she can insure that. She can insure your everything barbecue related, including your life. So get with Summer Moreno, get with us. We'll get you in contact with her as well. Okay. Thank you, sponsors, for the show. We love you guys and could not do this without you. Let me get this off the screen, and we're going to bring Jeff and Julie back. There we go.
Hey.
What happened?
Well, I said, you got your phone all charged. You're all ready. Oh, yep. Nope.
Believe it or not, I don't like to talk that much, so I thought I had more than enough battery.
You didn't.
They're like cases on the show. We're getting the hell out of here.
Yeah, he's like, no, case is on. We're out. No, y'all have been great. I was like, I hope they're coming back because I want to give them a proper send off. Y'all have been awesome tonight. Thank you guys
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
We'd love to get you back sometime. We'd love to go and check out the shack in person, man. That's impressive.
We're ready.
The bar.
I think you should come up and do the October contest with us and see what it's really like.
We could do a show from here.
Is it cold in October?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, where is this located at? Sorry, I missed the entire
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
That's right.
Hell no.
Oh, hell yeah.
You missed.
I try to kick a football up here, buddy. It's
I went
soft.
to I crossed off the list when I went to the Green Bay game. That's the greatest experience I never need to do ever again.
Oh, that's right. You did go to that game. It was actually a legit Green Bay, snowing and whatnot. Are y'all Green Bay fans? Are y'all football fans?
Well, one of us is.
House divided.
Uh-oh. Divided which way?
I'm a Bears fan.
Oh,
I'm
Bears
sorry.
fan.
Yeah,
Like,
it happens.
Is this Rodgers last year?
I hope so.
Whoa, you heard that. You heard that.
Well, they did beat the Cowboys the other day, so
that's the thing with people, cheeseheads, right? They're so used to having Hall of Fame quarterbacks that they want to get rid of one. It doesn't make sense.
What's a quarterback?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, the Bears have had so many. I mean,
it's not fair. They went from Favre over to
from one
Rodgers.
world champ to another.
Yeah, but they each have one, right?
And that's it. You're right. We should point that out. They should have about 14, but they don't.
True enough.
Hey, well, thanks
works.
again for coming on the show. Y'all are great ambassadors for RecTech, and I'm glad that Greg was watching and Biscuits in the house, and y'all are amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed hanging out and getting to instruct alongside you and Greg and Chef John.
I know you were
Jody.
worried how you were going to follow up Jeff's presentation, but
so Case, you've seen some pictures from, and you've heard me talk about RecTech Academy, and normally I
never get invited.
Normally I follow Roddy, and Roddy is very serious. Roddy goes up there and tells a story, and Jeff comes out from the warehouse wearing a lab coat, and I'm just like, what this is different. And I was just all ears just watching this thing. And he goes and he's you're a sweater. I mean, you weren't wearing a sweater, but you were sweating, and everybody had to come and pat his brow. So
I
that
got
he
friends, man. Yep.
even Chef Greg went there and was patting brows and getting him all comfortable. No, I thoroughly enjoyed the pork presentation. You definitely explained it very nicely, and
you put it in terms people can't forget, and then
Did you win pork?
I did not.
We won chicken.
Oh yeah, y'all won chicken. Y'all won chicken.
Technical difficulties.
I think we won. We might have won pork.
You did.
I think you won pork
and brisket. We won 2 categories, and so not to bring that back up again. But where's Greg? Greg, you're watching.
I'm okay losing to anybody.
I beat you, but Roddy is like undefeated. Y'all know this. He's like never lost. So I think he goes and finds out who's judging. I think think he's got a little. He's doing a little something under the table over there. No, I'm
Cook
just
the
kidding.
books.
I mean, we bring sausage, cheese curds, moonshine. I don't know how to bribe these people anymore, and we can't get nothing out of them.
You sure do. Hey, well, this has been a pleasure. Thank you guys. I hope
Yep,
everybody's
thank
enjoying
you.
getting to
we
meet
appreciate
some new people from across the country, and you guys are wonderful ambassadors for barbecue and of course Rec Tech as well. So, love you guys, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, we love you too. We'd love to do it again.
All right, you got it. All right,
buddy.
there they
All
are.
right.
Take care,
Take
guys.
care.
Yep.
We'll see you guys.
Jeff and Julie Stout from there they go again, from Wicked Smoke Barbecue out of Wisconsin. Yes, they were talking about seasons. End of April to October is really all they get, man, and then they shut it down. You're kind of experiencing that right now, Case, with all the rain and stuff, and being in a motorhome right now. So it's a lot. You know, I was just telling them we're ending our season right now, November 30th, and then the next one begins December 4th. So it's crazy, kind of different. How are you doing, buddy? What's going on with you?
I'm good, man. This is what I get for getting off early, shutting the office down at 2:00. Don't have to come back till Monday. Nice, relaxing start to the holidays, and yeah, what a day. But the birds are spatchcocked. They're in the Cosmos brine. Things are smoothing out as we head out. We've got lots of family travel starting tomorrow, and then got to spend a week in Dallas. So anybody who's in the Dallas area, mainly around Grapevine, hit me up. I'll be in the Dallas area all of next week. So if you are watching the show and you live and you unfortunately have to live in Dallas, give me a shout because I'll be up there for 5 days.
How far is Dallas from Buffalo? They'll be in Buffalo, Texas this weekend for the final CBA contest of the year.
Not that far. It's up 45 north, but I'll be in Menard. So all of our one listeners that live in Junction, Menard, or Mason, that's where I'll be this weekend. And then as soon as I get home Sunday, I'm turning around, packing bags, and headed to Dallas for 5 days. So lots of travel coming.
Somebody's asking, you going to be in Great Wolf Lodge?
I will be in the neighborhood, but I will not be at Great Wolf Lodge.
All right. Well, maybe Corby is. I don't know. Corby's asking about that. So have you been keeping track? Probably not, with what's going on in the CBA. You know what? First off, let's talk about what happened last week. Let me present the slides from last week. We're going to do the bull printing wraps and graphics wrap up recap. This just happened this past weekend in the Champions Barbecue Alliance, the Texas Citrus Festival down in the Valley. The grand champion was Danny Luera from Incognito. Great to see Danny cooking a CBA and doing well. RGC Cesar Mejia from Smokin' and Toastin' Barbecue Crew. Congratulations. And where I was in Lake Jackson, the Cooking for Scholarships Day 1. We were literally on a mall parking lot, the Brazos Mall in Lake Jackson. It was pretty cool. Except that
you were on a parking lot.
Except, yeah, thank God we were on a parking lot because it was nasty. It was wet. It was raining sideways. It was cold. It was windy. It sucked. But the grand champion that day was Chicken Fried Barbecue, Mr. Bill Purvis. I'll pull his little slide up here in just a second. The RGC that day was Fred Robles from Rio Valley Meats, and he has a great walk-up song. It is the Price is Right jingle. So, but Bill Purvis was the big GC for that day.
This is Bill Purvis with Chicken Fried Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smoking Good Show. Boom.
All right, is it skipping on y'all's end as well? Or was it playing?
So I'm on my phone, so I didn't even get a chance to get my computer out.
Well, y'all let me know if that's skipping because I'm out in the patio, so I guess I'm not getting the full signal of the Wi-Fi going. But the big one for CBA this weekend, over 100 teams at the barbecue showdown at Traders Village. Grand champion Sergio Chapa from Coyote Cookers in the RGC, which helped him in the CBA points chase. Okay, it played. All right, good. In the CBA points chase was Victor Garcia from Uncle Vic's Barbecue. He jumped into the top 5 from 6th overall. He is now in the 5th overall after that big weekend. Like I said, over 100 teams at Traders Village in San Antonio. And the Cooking for Scholarships Day 2 doubleheader. Grand champion was Phil Breeden. from LC Barbecue. And the RGC was Jeremy McMinn, who is just killing it right now. We've had him on the show last week. So this did alter the top 5 as well.
Hey everybody, Phil Breeden, owner and founder of LC Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
I don't know that it's planned, but it might be. It may not be. I don't know. But that was Phil Breeden from LC Barbecue. RGC was Jeremy McMinn. Love Barbecue. That affected the top 5. Phil leaped. We'll go over that in just a minute. Kicking Axes down in the valley. They had a day 2 contest. Grand champion Vincent Regino from Reggie Q Barbecue. The RGC Manuel Bazan from Lonely Bones. So I'm not sure how that affected the. I know it affected some of from the categories. Over in KCBS, the Atlanta Barbecue Store Classic, Grand Champion Meet Me in St. Louis. The RGC was Smoke Me Silly. Over in the IBCA, they had the Big Hill Country State Championship Barbecue Cook-Off out in Lockhart, Texas, the barbecue capital of the world. The grand champion was Jorge Flores from CSM Cooking. And the RGC, big congratulations to Mike Bryce. Y'all recognize that last name. He is related to Scotty Bryce from Backyard Cures. So that was a huge win for those guys, RGC. I think they had 150 teams out there in Lockhart.
There's a good chance like 35 of them are still there.
Yeah, I saw the Mud Fest that they had over there in Lockhart. He's Texas AF. Yeah, you talking about Phil Breeden? Yeah, he is pretty much. All right, let's see where else we got over in the Outlaw Barbecue Association.
Pew, 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 pew.
That's why I miss you, Case, right there. The 15th biannual barbecue throwdown. The grand champion was Adam Gotro, from Cajun Blaze. And the RGC was our good friend Lee Hickle from Red Mules Badass Barbecue. There was nothing over in Lone Star.
County fairs have come to an end for this year.
So that was the Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics wrap-up recap, and the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. Upcoming event segment. This is going to be the cook-off itself for the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads coming up December 9th and 10th, 2022. Again, if you can hear my voice, please make plans to attend Uvalde. This is a big deal, or I got a big decision. I've been promoting this, and I've been saying that the entire year that they freaking announced my company cook-off is going to be that same, not cook-off, company Christmas party is going to be that same weekend.
I thought you had some bull in that company.
I do have some, but nothing that can set the date or change the date for the Christmas party. So that's why I haven't signed up. So if you're watching, that is why I have not signed up yet for the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. It's my company Christmas party that weekend. So I've got a decision to make. So anyway,
what kind of Christmas party is this?
It's a Christmas party. What do you mean? What kind of Christmas? It's not a holiday party. It's a Christmas party.
Yeah, I get it.
I know.
I actually booked. I helped book my own company's Christmas party, and then I realized if Columbus plays in the state championship game, it's the same time, and I will probably also be missing my company Christmas party that I helped book. So
that you helped book. All right. So this weekend in the Champions Barbecue Alliance is a big one. I don't know how many teams there have. It is Thanksgiving weekend, but it is a big one by what is at stake. So if you are in the top 10 or if you're in the top 20, if you want to improve your scores, this is your final weekend to do it. It's the Champions Barbecue Alliance Holiday Havoc Bull Nanza bull riding. I better see some bull riding as well. I want to see Robert Smith dress up as a clown and bullfight one last time. That'd be nice. One more time. Let's go, buddy. That's going to be this weekend in Buffalo, Texas. I know most of the top 10 will be there. I'm not sure that all of us will be there. I will be there, hoping to. Nothing really helps other than a GC. So we'll see how that goes for everybody. But that's going to be this weekend in the Champions Barbecue Alliance. We got one event. One event also in an IBCA. It's the Al Zafar Shriners Barbecue in San Antonio. Then in the Kansas City Barbecue Society, Christmas on the River State Barbecue Championship in Demopolis, Alabama. And in Lone Star and Outlaw, they've got nothing coming up this weekend. Again, that is the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads 2022, December 9th and 10th, coming up real soon. I think it's in 2 weeks. That's a big one. That is a big one. We also have the Chupacabra Showdown coming up as well the weekend before that. So that's coming up next weekend. So lots of big cook-offs on the horizon for us. Case. What do you want to do? So I've been talking about the CBA points chase, and last week we had the top 5, which last week was Scooters in number 1. It was Phil Breeden with LC Barbecue sitting at number 2. I was sitting at number 3, and Love Barbecue was sitting 4. First Class Barbecue was sitting 5, and Uncle Vic's Barbecue was sitting 6th going into last week. There were a couple of doubles. There was a big contest in San Antonio for the Traders Village. So the top 5 has shuffled quite a bit right now. We're sitting number 1, LC Barbecue with his big GC on Sunday. He's sitting at 5,155 points, which is just insane, people. 500 is what you get for a top spot. And the best, the most you can do is just 500 with first place. You got 5,000 points. So he's sitting at 5,155. So that takes in the first place plus, how many participants are at a contest. Second place, Scooter, sitting at 5,091 points. He was idle last week, and it kind of hurt him. He did not get to cook. LC did. LC leaped him. Love Barbecue finished with a big 3rd place, and then followed that up with a 2nd place, RGC. He jumped Bullhorn Barbecue. So I am sitting in 4th place. Love Barbecue is sitting in 3rd place with 4,973 points. He is besting me by 5 points. I'm sitting at 4,967 points going into the final weekend. And right behind us, 30 points behind us, is Uncle Vic's Barbecue with his big RGC in San Antonio, sitting at 4,937 points. And then 6th place right behind him is First Class Barbecue. And then we got Natural Born Grillers. We've got Heavy's Barbecue in 8th. We got Texas Sweet Heat. He's coming up to Buffalo in 9th place, and Reggie Q creep back into the top 10. So lots going on. It also affected the individual placing. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy in Buffalo. I feel like Buffalo should have better wings than Buffalo, New York. Shots fired, Buffalo, Texas. They will if they try that. If they gnaw the chicken wings off of our chicken this week. They're going to be lots of good food. So,
or someone just could turn in 6 chicken wings.
Yeah. Speaking of, if you go to CBABBQ.com, the new rule changes are posted there. CBA, the new rule changes are posted. That goes into effect December 1st.
One more year for Kel.
You
Kel
can check it out.
24.
You think it's coming? You think Kale's coming?
Kel, baby.
I don't think so, Case.
I'm starting the campaign.
And if you are cooking CBA, I do suggest you go to the website and check out all of the new rule changes that are going on. It's going to affect how we turn in chicken. It's going to affect how we turn in brisket. There's some other rule changes in there that you're going to want to check out and find out. But no garnish, none of that, Case. No kale, none of that. Vincent's in the house. Reggie Q, good job last weekend. He says, # we want pork. That's right. You can also do a CBA 3 meat. You can do a CBA 4 meat. Depends on the promoter. Hopefully, promoters, like we talked about last week, if you are watching, a lot of cooks still want pork on the menu. What about you, Case? Are you a big pork fan? Do you like cooking pork?
Nope.
You're a 3-meat. 3 meats only.
Hashtag Kale 2024. Start the movement.
Kale is not coming. Speaking of Eureka Heights, something light right here, Bubba. Eureka Heights Brew Company got me some of this. This is good right here. Oh, man, where are we at? There we go. There we go. Something light. Case, you need to be drinking this. 2 carbs, 100 calories.
I'm good.
I'll
stick to Jack.
You're still drinking. What about what happened to the Paradigm?
I got some out in the garage.
Well, when I go to the Tomball VFW drink. They have some Unforgotten Blonde, which is amazing. It's great. It's great. All right, so we talked about what you got plans. I didn't talk to you. What you got planned tomorrow for Thanksgiving, the big day?
Throwing 2 birds down on the RT 700.
Mm-hmm.
And for lunch at 12:30. So birds are in the Cosmos brine. They'll get some Craig's Texas pepper jelly flavoring tomorrow, and they'll get some smoke on the Rec Tech, and hopefully I don't screw it up because I'm the turkey provider for the family.
Are you cooking them whole? Are you spatchcocking? What are you doing?
They have been spatchcock.
They have been spatchcocked, and they are in the brine.
Yep.
Tomorrow, you're going to inject, or are you just going to season and go?
I haven't decided. Probably going to inject.
With a little Tony Chachere's? What you going to do?
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Hey, that does wonders on the birds. So
and
after
we're heading to San Antonio, and then from San Antonio to Menard, from Menard back to Houston, from Houston to Dallas. That's the travel plan for the next 10 days.
Ooh,
and then we're back in town for the tailgate and the return of our good friend Deshaun Watson.
I will not be at that game. Although, look, I do have this guy over here.
So,
providing light.
I'm telling you, they're going to be judging tailgate of the game in the yellow lot.
Look at that. That's nice. I like that. Shout out to James Ledbetter for trimming that up for me. What?
Listen, they are going to be judging for tailgate of the game in the yellow lot. If you win, you could also get a chance to kick on the field goal for the win.
If I were to be in town, which I will not be that weekend, I mean, I guess I could be on Sunday. I would fucking split the uprights. I might even kick it into the stands is what I would do. And I'd go soccer style, a la Tony Fritsch from back in the day. No one knows that name. If you do know.
If you're still with us on the show, go ahead and mash that like button if you think Rob should come tailgate with us for the Browns game and have a chance to kick the field goal. Go ahead.
Well,
just smash it. Mash it multiple times. Let Rob know that we want to see him also give that field goal a try.
So are you going to be watching the big any football tomorrow?
I'm going to hopefully watch the Giants win.
No, the Giants. Who are the Giants? Are they playing the Cowboys?
Yes.
Oh, well, they're going to win. It's what happens on Thanksgiving Day. I mean, I'm not lying. They lose on things. I can't tell when I'm watching a silver and blue team. I can't tell if it's the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving or if it's the Dallas Cowboys because they look the absolute same. You know,
everything is set up perfectly. They came off a signature win. Their fans are excited, and we will gather around in a true holiday tradition and enjoy that.
Tim Crawford, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate that. Hey, y'all have an amazing turkey day tomorrow. Loved the show tonight. May your smoke roll light and blue. Absolutely. Vince is still watching. Haters. I mean, we're not haters. Where's the lie, Vince? Where is the lie? Have you been watching the Cowboys on Thanksgiving? Have you? I'm sure you have. They lose. They lose on Thanksgiving, you know.
They'll also lose December 12th.
Where I'm not lying. I'm just stating facts. I didn't realize there was a second team in Texas. Yeah, right now there is, and it's that one. They're terrible. Now I don't know if we are 2.5 weeks out from the Astros winning their second World Championship. They won one back in 2017, and then they won one just 2.5 weeks ago in 2022. Bang bang, but they went through 100 lost seasons. 3 100 lost seasons, and then the Texans here going through their second shitty season. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the same trust in ownership. I just think the Texans are just bumbling their way through this thing. But maybe they'll do the right thing and get them a quarterback. They have the number 1 pick. I love that. World Series champs. That is true. Those are facts. I know Vince is a hater as well for the Astros. Bang, swinging and banging. All right, Case. Anything else but that we need to talk about before we get out of here? Because you have something to prep. I have turkeys to prep. We got lots to go on.
Yeah, no, and I hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. And good luck to everybody chasing points. One more big weekend to go, man. And but if you're smoking, hang out with family. Lots to be thankful for this year. Lots to be thankful for. Just in general. We're thankful for all of you guys tuning in and hanging out with us.
Absolutely. I need some luck. Wish me luck, everybody. I got a big weekend ahead of me, cooking against some fine competitors from across the state. CBA is definitely put out some big-time competition. So this weekend is going to be another one, knockdown, drag out. If you guys still have time to get in on that, it's going to be in Buffalo, Texas. You go to CBABBQ.com. I saw there was one in the IBCA as well. Nothing over in Lone Star or Outlaw. So if you want to cook, you got 2 options. If you want to come out there and see how the top 5 or how the top 10 shake out in the CBA, you can go out there and do that. So lots going on. Good luck to everybody that is cooking this weekend. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Spend a time with your families. Go watch some football. Go watch parades. Eat a lot. Drink a little. And just have a good time tomorrow, man. We appreciate you guys checking us out. And so, Case, we've officially been on a huge run of doing these shows. I think we only missed 2 or 3 this entire year, which is crazy. You know, I might have missed like 3 weeks or 4 weeks, but I made them up from other times. So I say we only missed 2 shows this entire year. So that's pretty nuts, man.
Yep. Me, I can't say the same. So,
no, you definitely can't say the same.
Buddy. Hats off
Hats
to you, buddy.
off. So we're going to do this. Last thing before we get out of here is this.
Hey there, everybody. This is Aaron the Retro Guy, host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So Smoking Gooder Show. Give it to them, fellas. Hey
Give
there,
it to
everybody.
them,
This is
fellas.
Aaron,
Let me
Retro
pause
Guy,
that guy.
host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So
That's a
Smoking
TikTok
Gooder
show.
Show. Give it to them, fellas.
You're so famous. Happy Thanksgiving, Barbecue Nation. You too, California.
All right, we're out. We'll see y'all next Wednesday. See you guys.